Hey guys, good evening. How are you all? Well, we are on the day 4, and today's topic suggests how to double your income in the next 30 days. Well, I'm sure if you want to double your income, there would be certain reasons for that. And in my opinion, everybody wants to double their income in whatever they're doing. And the prime reason for it is that they want to have double the happiness in their life. They want to double whatever they have in their life. They just want to be more whatever they are right now. They want to experience more whatever they're experiencing right now. So today in this session, I'm not only talking about how to increase your revenues in the next 30 days, how to double your income in the next 30 days, but I'm going to talk more about the ways through which you can become more of what you are today. When you become more of what you are today, automatically every aspect of your life would be doubled. Be it your income, be it your personal happiness, be it your personal growth, or any other damn thing in your life would be increased in a positive way. So let's dive deep today and understand what I'm trying to explain in a presentation. So let's go there. All right. So in my opinion, whenever you want to get something in life which is of greater value, then we have to perform certain actions which are of of greater value. If we are doing our activities in a way that they are not supporting any good results, then of course we are just wasting our time. So number one priority in life, which will give you whatever you want from your life, is self-discipline. Yes, self-discipline is a way through which you can achieve whatever you want in your life. If this one thing is missing from your life, no matter what you do, no matter how much hard work you do, no matter how much effort you put, everything will go in a vain. I've seen people that they're struggling from 10 years, from 15 years, but they're getting nothing from their life. They're achieving nothing. They're reaching nowhere. So number one priority, I would say that if you want to double your income from today in the next 30 days, you have to think about self-discipline. Why? Because self-discipline in business impacts our future like nothing else. And it also impacts every area of our life. Be it our personal life, be it our professional life, be it our finances, be it our happiness, be it our mood, be it our relationships. It impacts everything in our life. So if you're looking forward to double your income in the next 30 days, self-discipline is the way. I'll talk about how we can achieve that. But this is the first priority, I would say. This is the first requirement, I would say. Without that, we cannot achieve anything in a life, specifically the financial part. Now, many a times people say that my conditions are such that I'm not able to perform certain activities in my life through which I can follow the rituals of self-discipline. My answer to those guys: personal conditions impact our self-discipline. So if those personal conditions are not letting you follow the certain rules which are required for self-discipline, these conditions are of no use. These conditions have to go, and these conditions are something which only you can manage. Either you could be the slave of the conditions, you let them be, or you take control and let them know that you are the master. The conditions are all in our mind and in our head. But when we try to fight with the conditions, they simply become bigger. We don't have to fight with the conditions. We just have to take control over our conditions, over our mindset, over our thoughts and emotions and energy, and let the mind and body know that we are all set to take our life against the conditions. The conditions could be what? I don't have money, I don't have right time, my age is not good, my health is not good, my relationship is not good. Whatever it is, if you are trying to fight with the condition, it will grow. And the moment you decide that whatever the condition is, I just want to go further, I just want to go in the direction of my desire. I want to go into the direction of success. Then those conditions will try to lose their grip on you, and you will get the answers. When you're ready, you will get the answers. Until you're talking about the excuses, until you're talking about the conditions which are stopping you, they will keep stopping you. You have to move against those conditions with a strong willpower. If you do that, those conditions will be weakened, and you will be able to go forward in your life in the direction of success. If I talk about a little more about self-discipline, we have to understand about the Paretos Principle. Now, what's the Paretos Principle? It is very known 80-20 rule, which we all know, and that says 20% of your activities will account for 80% of your results. So whatever you do in your life, whatever you achieve in your life, that's the result of 20% activities which you have done in your life. So you have to balance only 20% of your life to get an impact on 80% of your life. Now that 20%, which is very important, you have to understand what is important, what is not important. So once you focus on that 20%, no matter what, you would be able to perform best in your life. Your conditions will be better, your surroundings will be better, your friendships will be better, your relationships will be better, your financial situations will be better, your business will be better for sure, and your income will be better for sure. So you just have to focus on the 20% of your daily activities and work upon them so that 80% of your day becomes the way you want it. Just to give you an example of this Pareto rule, you have seen that 20% of a company's product represents 80% of the sales. 20% of the employees are responsible for 80% of the results, and 20% of the students have grades 80% or higher. So this is a rule which can be applied in any situation of our life. You just have to figure it out what 20% has to be focused and what 80% is there which is not to be focused, which is just could be a waste of time, or could be a small value, or could be of no value. Once we have understood about the 20-80 rule, we also need to understand that there are two important skills for success. And to success, when I say success, your financial success, your personal success, number one rule is ability to identify priorities and execute them. You have to understand and prioritize those 20% activities and execute them which are of more value, which are of most value. If you spend your time in 80% of the activities which are of no value or low value, you will not get the results. You will not be reaching to the peak of your success. You will be struggling, but you will be going nowhere. So the ability to identify the priorities and execute them is really, really important. And for that, what you can do, you can follow the rule of 3. Now, what is the rule of 3? It says, first of all, list down all your activities of your entire day. Let's say if you get up around 7 o'clock in the morning and sleep around 11 o'clock in the night. So whatever you're going to do in the entire day, you just make a list of that. All the works, all the tasks, even replying a mail, going to the shop to buy certain groceries, going to the school. I mean, not the schools are not open right now. Going to the bank. I mean, anything, whatever the activities you have, your personal activities, your professional activities, just make a list of all those activities. After that, you just need to ask a question to yourself. First question, out of many activities, you just have to ask yourself, what is that one important activity which is the most important activities out of those many activities? Then you can ask the second question, what is the second most important activity? And in the same manner, you ask the third question, what is the third most important activity in the entire list of activities? Once you circle all those 3 activities out of many activities, now you know that in the entire day, these are the 3 activities which are going to shape your day. Once you do that on a regular basis, you will see that your productivity is improving, your productivity is going crazy, and you are able to do more. This is very, very simple and very, very important. But yes, you have to do it on a regular basis, because small things are simple but tough to manage on a regular basis, on a daily basis. So make sure, with the help of self-discipline, with the help of strong willpower, you do these things on a regular basis. All other activities which you have, I'm not saying they are of no value. It could be they are of low value, but they could be of some helping activities. That to perform the main important activity, you need certain supportive activities. Of course, it will be there. So this is not that you don't have to perform that. You have to perform that, but the focus should be on the priority, and the priority should be on the important activity. Other activities could be completing activities, helping activities, time wasting activities, or maybe the pleasure activities. So you have to judge yourself what exactly you are spending time with. Either they are important activities, productive activities, or a leisure activity. So this is something you have to practice. Once you do that, you are improving the ability to identify the priorities and executing them at the right time. And the moment you are doing it, it is going within the subconscious of your being, and gradually it's growing, and it's going to help you for sure. And if you do it for the 30 days, in 30 days you will definitely be able to increase your income in 2 times. Next point, discipline of doing good work. So the first habit is ability to identify priorities and execute them. Second rule is discipline of doing good work. That is very, very important. When we execute certain tasks, few times people try to do certain activities with half heart. They do not give the heart and soul, which is very, very important. They simply finish up the work without putting their emotion into that. So whatever the activities you have, which are the most important activities, and if you are deciding that to finish them, you have to put your heart and soul into them. Your entire focus should be there without any distractions. You don't have to be thinking about other activities which might be remaining to complete by the end of the day. Let them be. But the priority is most important things are getting done by you. And if they're getting done by you on a daily basis, you would be able to do more in your entire life. Now, if I go to the next point, there is one more way to increase your income 2 times or double your income in the next 30 days, that you find out your rate per hour. In US, unlike India, people get their salaries or their revenue basis on the hours they work. So they have a rate per hour. So let's say if somebody is doing a work for somebody, they charge on an hourly basis. So what is your rate per rate per hour? If somebody is coming to you to get you some work done from you, what will be the charges you will be charging per hour basis? So if you find your per hour rate, how would you do that? Whatever you're earning right now in an year, just divide by 2,000. Why 2,000? It's a kind of a number you can drive, because we actually try to work 40 hours a week, and 40 hours a week, yes, and approximately 50 weeks we work in a year. So I'm just driving that number from there. So 2,000 is the number you can divide the entire money you make in a year's time. So if you do that, you will get the per hour rate for yourself. Now from that day, from that moment when you have got to know that this is your per hour rate, from that moment you just decide whatever you will be doing, you will not be doing if it is having the value less than your per hour rate. You will always be doing the task and the activities which will give you more value per hour from now on. So if it is not happening, that means you are going in the wrong direction. You're still focusing on the low value activities. Your focus should be on the high value activities, so that you can make more than whatever you're making right now. Your per hour rate should go up, it should not go down. And to do so, you have to decide that increase your rate per hour, focus on the high priority tasks, delegate and outsource the low priority tasks. I'm sure there would be certain tasks which you do on a daily basis and which consumes your time. And because of that, you're not able to focus on the high priority game. So for that, my suggestion is, if you can, then please outsource those activities to the people who can do it on a lower cost. Because let's say if you're earning 1,000 rupees per hour and you're spending 1 hour in doing something which is of low value task, you're losing 1,000 rupees. So if that can be done by a person who can do that in just 200 rupees or 300 rupees, you're saving 700 rupees. So in this way, you can manage your time well, and you can focus more on the priorities which are important to you, and you can invest your time in that. And the last, I would say, whatever you do from the day till the night, if you really want to increase your happiness, your revenue, your life experiences, you focus on your work. Not even a single hour should go in the day in which you're not thinking about work. Whatever you do in those hours which you have decided for your work should be totally for work. If you work 10 hours a day, 8 hours a day, those 10 hours, 8 hours, 20 hours, 15 hours, excuse me, should be totally dedicated for your work. And if you do that, you will see the magic that in the next 30 days, you are doing the double and you're getting the double. This is my promise. What happens many a times, we tend to utilize our mobile phone for many activities. And in that mobile phone, we have many applications, and in those many applications, we get thousands of notifications on a daily basis. So those notifications are distracting you. Your mobile phone is a big enemy for you. So if you can disable the notifications, you will see without the notifications, you're not getting distracted. And because of no notification, you are able to do more. This is a simple hack. In my personal experience, what I did few months back, I got to know that I'm getting addicted to my mobile phone. So what I did, I simply stopped using the mobile phone, the smartphone, and I bought a Nokia basic phone. I utilized it for a few months, and when I got to know that yes, now I am able to survive without a smartphone, then I started using the smartphone again, because now I know there are no applications, there are no notifications, and I don't have a urge to get them as well. I'm not feeling that I'm missing out something. So after the experience, now I'm able to utilize my mobile phone in a much better way and in a much productive way. So if this is required for your business to grow, your life to grow, please go ahead and do that. No harm in that. So this is my suggestion. Yes, the example of mobile phone which I was giving to you right now, it also is a part of deep work, because what happens when you work, our focus is very, very weak nowadays, which can be gone from our work for any reason, just a small ting in our mobile phone, or maybe a doorbell or whatever. So my suggestion is, whenever you're sitting for the work, make sure that for the next 90 minutes there's no distractions. After the 90 minutes, you take a small break, you go ahead and walk yourself and then drink your water, whatever you want to do in that break time for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But when you sit for the work, make sure for the 90 minutes you're not going to go away anywhere and going to focus your mind and emotions and energy only in your work. Whatever you're thinking, whatever you're doing, it's only and only for your work. No family, no relations, no mobile phone, no friends, no nothing. Just 100% your work. When you are able to do so, your productivity will go upwards in a way that you'd have never imagined. So this is my suggestion. I do the same. 90 minutes works without any break. And say no to procrastination. Procrastination is a big, big enemy, I would say. Our mind and emotion says that this work is as kind of a small work, I will do it later. But when we do it later, when we decide to do it later, it actually never happens. So one more important thing which we have to understand out of those 80-20 rule, when we write the activity list, out of that we have selected the 3 activities which are more important. So we should focus only on those 3 activities. If we spend our time focusing on the other activities which are of low value, then there is no point doing the complete exercise. Then you would not be able to get the results which you are looking for, because many a time people spend their entire time and energy on those things which are of no importance in the first place. So if you are making that mistake, stop using that. You have to focus on the important things first. If they are not easy, I would say go for them first, because by the time you will finish your important tasks, you would be having much time to focus on the small activities. So first of all, whenever you are starting your day, always start your day with the things which you think are tough, which will take most of your time. Start with them. Do not ever go with the small things in the first place. They will be there and they can be executed very, very easily without any problem in the daytime as well. But in the morning, in the first half, you always start working on the tough tasks. And of course, disable the notification and distractions from your life. And at the last, I'm going to give you a small quotation from Robin Sharma, and that has made all difference in my life. And that says, without any delay, I would tell you what exactly is this. And that says, to double your income, triple your investment in self-development. Yes. Self-development should be your number 1 priority. When you invest your time, your emotion, your money in self-improvement, self-development, then all the areas of your life gets improved. Self-discipline is what? It's self-development. I've seen people change. I've seen myself change a lot. When I was not following all those rules a few years ago, I was in a different zone altogether. And when I started following all these things in my personal life, I've seen many changes. And it is not like that when you make certain changes, so in just one day you will be able to see the results. No, it will take some time, 10 days, 15 days, 13 days, 50 days. After 60 days, you might see a small improvement, but it'll be there for sure. It will be there for a longer time, because you are on a journey of a change. Because in this whole experience, you would be on a journey of change. And one thing is very common for change, that when you start making some changes in your life, they will be really tough to make in the beginning. They will be really tough to make in the beginning. Let's talk about a simple habit that people are not able to get up in the morning at 5 o'clock, but they want to. But when they start getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, after the first or second day, they say it's not possible for me because I'm having the headache, I'm having the nausea, I'm having this and I'm having that, and they go back to the same sleeping pattern. So you know what is good for you, but you are not ready to make the change, because in the beginning that change will be tough to make. And you know what? When you overcome the toughness, the next part, which is the middle of the change, will be really messy. Because change has a nature that when you start making it, it is tough in the beginning. But in the middle, it'll challenge you. It'll be too messy that you want to leave the change. You want to go back to your previous situation. But you should not go ahead. You should continue your journey, because at the end, the same change will be rewarding. So the change is tough in the beginning, messy in the middle, and rewarding at the end. You just remember these things, and you would be able to overcome any situation, any problem of your life when you are making certain changes. So self-discipline, self-improvement is the way through which you can make your income double in the next 30 days if you follow the certain rules of life. And if you're able to perform at least 80%, I can give you the guarantee there is no way that next month would be the best month of your life. And from there, you can take your journey to the new level of your life. So this is all from my end for today's session. I'm going to meet you again very soon. Until then, take care of yourself, think about your future, invest in your future. Have a nice day ahead. Bye-bye.